everybody, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to try something a little different. I am going to paint on this clear glass sheet, and I will be using 3 AMAGIC flat brushes, a number 12, a 10, and a 4. I will list these items down below. I have affiliate links that you can purchase through if you want to do that. A number 8 Deerfoot Stippler, and a dotting stylus. All the paints I use are FolkArt paints, combination of multi-surface and enamels. Using tea berry, fresh foliage, school bus yellow, burnt umber, thicket, wicker white, and coffee latte. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to use the larger brush, which is the number 12. I am going to be going between the thicket, or I'm sorry, not the thicket, but the wicker white and the tea berry. This is one way that you can actually do your paints, is put them next to each other, the colors that you're going to be using on the same brush, and then do your blending strokes in between, or you can do, you know, like this with them. Now, I don't practice going clear up the brush. I do tap into my paint as I'm going. Still need to work on getting my setup to where you can actually see all of it all in one view. But for now, this is what we're going to be doing. Okay, so I'm putting it down, adding more paint, and I'm just pressing and wiggling. Okay, and then I'll come over here, add a little bit of a wiggle like that, and then I'm going to add just another little stroke over the top of it and come up like that. Alright, just a very simple, simple. I don't want to say bud, but I guess in a sense it is a bud. And then we'll just keep doing, I'm pushing down and just lightly wiggling my brush. Not anything real difficult. And I'm going to do a little petal in the center here. Then I'm going to come over this direction and pull it down. I've done a lot of layering, basically, which is what I'm trying to show you, and come down like that. And then I'm going to just add another layer right there. And if you feel like you need to, you can go back over it again just to kind of clean it up. That's fine. Then I'm going to come over here, and I am a lefty, so I apologize if my hand gets in the way here. Just do like a little stroke right there. And then I'm going to add a bigger stroke. Like that. Then I'm going to do just a little pull this way over, turn my brush, and then I'm going to come up over here. And as you can see, I'm just doing some different layering with the petals. It's not anything difficult, it's just a lot of different layers. Alright, so then I'm going to turn my brush. I'm going to start down here and then just pressing, just coming up and down like that. I'm going to continue around, adding as I go. And I can even come back this direction, continue on, and just finish up with a little bit down this direction. Then I'm going to come back into the center, and I'm hoping that you can see this, and I apologize, my hand is in the way. But anyhow, you can see that I'm just wiggling to get the center. Center leaf. Now I'm going to take my Deerfoot Stippler and I'm going to do the front of the brush into the coffee latte, the back of the brush or the heel of the brush into the burnt umber, and then I'm just going to do some light tapping into the center here. Now, if you feel like you want to give it some dry time, you can do so, or you can just go ahead and paint on it, just like I'm doing here. And just keep working it till you get the dimensions of it, however you want the center. If you want it rounded, you can get that. If you want to just keep adding some of the different colors to get it the thickness, like that. And then just for the finish of it, actually, I'm going to go ahead and do this part first before I do that. I'm going to go ahead and load my brush back up again. Now you can do this one of two ways. You can come back in here and do more like this. Again, you can give it some dry time because I'm doing wet on wet. So when I do the wet on wet, it's possible it's going to pull up some of this color, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But if you do, then you need to give it some dry time or hit it with a heat gun or a hair dryer. And then I'm just going to do a little pull like this. Maybe just do some wiggling and pull it down. Still just doing some layering here. And pull it back. Alright, so I have all my different little petals going. It's cool. Alright, so I'm going to pick up this brush, and I'm going to dip into my greens. So that would be the thicket, the fresh foliage. I could pull in some yellow if I want. I could pull in some white. This design can be done on any surface. It does not have to be done on a bottle. And that's why I've gone into trying to get in just on glass. Or maybe I can show you some different techniques. This is the first video I've done with it, so please bear with me if my hand is in the way or whatnot. I'm going to have to work hard to figure out the best way to do it with this type of a item. So I'm just going to go ahead and do some pulls down. Pulled into towards the flower below. Do the same thing here. I just want to hook this flower to it. Now, of course, I'm going to come back over it with some leaves, but I want to do the initial part of attaching it to the stem. If you want to leave this part out, you can. You can just go straight into doing leaves. Sorry about that. Apparently my camera didn't come on. Alright, so I've gone ahead and added in just some simple one-stroke leaves. And then I can either, this is the one part where I can move it around by wish to create these big leaves. And I apologize if you hear my dogs barking. Okay. And then, I just want to add in some more leaves. Very simple. And I can do, like this. And then come down. And if you wanted to do like your little X to start with, you can do that. But I'm just doing very, very light little wiggles. And then I'll pull a little stem through it. And then we'll just maybe add a few more little leaves. Make sure you're on the video here. Again, I apologize if something doesn't show up nicely. I'm just, first time I've done it with this kind of glass. So please bear with me if you would. Alright, and then I'm going to come over here, add in just some bigger, or not bigger necessarily bigger, but other style of leaves. Actually, this one's a little smaller. And if I feel like I need to do more white in them or yellow, I can do either one. Like say on this one, if I want to put more yellow on the outside, I can. And then I can come back here, do the same thing, go in the other direction, and then pull it through the center. They don't all have to be the same colors or color schemes, that type of thing. You can actually throw in some other colors. Now these are just going to be little filler leaves that I'm putting in here, so I'm just kind of going over and just putting them where I think they would look nice. Maybe do 3 or 4. You can do odd numbers if you're like me. I like odd numbers. This one I'm just taking the brush, not even rinsing it, and I am going to be doing it with just the fresh foliage. So basically what I'm doing here is just coming down this and pushing. See how I'm just pushing the brush down and pulling, pushing the brush down and pulling. And I can do it this way. Again, I'm not double loading it. If I pull another color into it, that's fine. That's up to me. And it can overlap what I'm doing or what I've actually done already. That's fine too, because that's how an actual bouquet would do. And if you want to just kind of bring the stem, I'm just using the same color. I really don't want it to stand out. And I can just keep pulling like that. Very easy. And I'll do the same thing here. Now another nice thing would be to actually do it maybe in a berry wine, or color that's really contrasting so that it would stand out. And that would be a nice choice as well. Again, just like that. Doing smaller, however you want. Like that. Alright, the only thing I'd left to do is to take the stippler. I'm sticking it into the yellow, and I'm just going to come through here and just dot in the center. This is actually picture frame gloss, so I have to keep it very, I actually have 2 pieces together, but I have to keep them together with some white paper in behind it. Alright, and I'm going to actually put white in here too. It's a very simple center, and I'm going to leave it at that. Now one thing, if you would like to do this, you are welcome to, but I'm going to take a little smaller brush. I'm going to dip it into the white and the tea berry, and just show you a couple things. So like if you ever want to maybe have a little bit of like turned petal, you can just take a smaller brush and then just kind of figure out, well, let's see, where do I want this to turn in? Like right here. Do I want this to turn a little bit? Because I can go like up like this and turn it. Do I want one of these to turn down? I can go like this, just kind of give a turn in the petal. Just very, very simple. You don't want to do it all the way around your leaves, but this can actually give you a semblance of movement. And you're just taking a smaller brush and adding basically the same colors. Sometimes you can add a little bit of a different color, but it just gives you an idea of like how to do some turn petals. You can do that with your leaves if you want. I mean, even like a petal like this, if I want to have it like it's turned out, or one of these if I want to go up in here and show, again, just gives it a tad bit, little touches, a little bit of interest that maybe it's not there if you don't add that to it. Up to you. Just give you a little technique there. Alright, I hope you like this video. If you do, give me a big thumbs up. New to my channel, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. Before you leave, please share this video on your social network with all your family and friends. I would greatly appreciate it. Any comments, questions, put those down below the video. And until the next time, please stay safe and healthy and have a good one.